About a year ago, we posted an episode about the Radiance release, Daiei Gothic, 3 Japanese ghost stories. This is the box there, and those are the films that were included. And it was actually my favorite box set of 2024. So then Radiance recently released a follow-up, and it's this one. It's Daiei Gothic. It should say Volume 2 on it, but it doesn't, but it is Volume 2. And those are the 3 films there. And that brings us to today's episode. This is the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. That's my closet full of all the stuff that I love. And today, well, can lightning strike twice? Is Volume 2 a worthy successor to Volume 1? Let's check it out. Going chronologically, we're going to start with The Demon of Mount O from 1960. It's 120 minutes long, even though the insert inside says that it's 80 minutes. I was kind of surprised they made a mistake like that. It's in Japanese. It's in color. All 3 films in the set are in Japanese and in color. This one's about a group of samurai warriors who team up to defeat a shape-changing supernatural creature. Now, this is not only a horror film, it also has elements of fantasy and adventure, samurai films, folk horror, gothic. I think that's kind of stretching a little bit. But for me, the result is that it's kind of all over the place. It tries to be too many things. Some parts are very cool. It's a large-scale, epic production. Visually, it's beautiful with really nice colors and costumes and fun special effects, very cool music. It's an all-star film. It has some actors from Zatoichi and Mishima, among other things. And audiences really love that, even though the plot's not that clear. And they liked it because it's an all-star cast. It's a period piece, popular in Japan. And it's based on a famous legend. There's actually a Mount O that exists near Kyoto. Ultimately, for me, I thought it was much too long, too many characters, made it kind of confusing. I'll give you one example. At one point, a character begins a flashback with her voiceover. I thought, okay, we're finally going to get some context here. But then it never returns to her to complete the flashback. It's just kind of left hanging. So I was never sure really who to root for or who to follow because I kind of kept shifting all the time. There are a couple extras on here. There's an interview with a film historian, and there's a piece about demon slayers. The extras, usually one is about 20 minutes, the other one's about 5 minutes or so on all 3 of these discs. There's also reversible artwork for this. I'm going to show you all 3 discs, reversible artwork at the end. And my rating for The Demon of Mount O is 2.5 demons out of 5. Nice to look at, but rather confusing and just a bit too much going on. The second film in this set is The Haunted Castle from 1969, 90 minutes long. It's about a young woman who turns to the supernatural to wreak revenge on a murderous warlord. Now this one's more like it. It's another period piece. It's another revenge story. A lot of these seem to be revenge stories with often some sexual overtones, including this one. It's a solid horror film, moody, atmospheric, great cinematography, gothic, maybe a few touches here and there, I'd say. One critic compared the lighting effects in here to the work of Mario Bava, so that might give you an idea what we're talking about here. There's some bright red blood, some flying demons that go out straight up through the roof. There's a possession and even an exorcism involved. Weird sound effects and weird vocal effects and some great facial makeup with like a ragged rotting teeth and a big gash in the head and wild hair and pale skin and bizarre eyes. Very cool. It uses a traditional Japanese use of a cat in these films, where cats are a demonic force that are possessed by a human and are shape-shifting. The extras include a filmmaker's interview with a filmmaker who's a Japanese horror filmmaker, and there's another short extra in there. And so my rating for The Haunted Castle, 4.5 cats out of 5. This one would easily fit in, I think, with the with volume 1 of the Daiei Gothic set. The third film in this set is The Ghost of Kasane Swamp from 1970, 90 minutes long. It's about a blind masseur who sleeps with the wife of a samurai who catches them in the act and kills them, and the murdered couple return as vengeful ghosts. This is similar to The Haunted Castle in some ways. It's a revenge plot with some sexual overtones. Those are much more overt here, with a little bit of female nudity, and there's a rather disturbing rape scene, so be aware of that. It also features some really interesting moody lighting effects, great music, great sound effects. It's horror, but more bloody and violent than any of the other films in Volume 1 or in Volume 2. And it has some R-rated language. Some people speculate they did that because of the American films of the 70s, like Easy Rider, they mentioned in particular, that were kind of pushing the envelope as far as language and graphic content goes. So like the first film, this is based on a legend that's many centuries old. There have been 7 films based on this legend, and it's actually a real swamp that exists in Japan. For me, the problem with this is, like one person mentioned, there isn't a single good person in it. Almost every character is a villain. So even though you can appreciate the style and the effects of the film, it's really difficult to care about anyone, at least for very long, because even if you do care about some for a while, they turn out to be something else. The extras include another interview with a Japanese horror filmmaker and a visual essay by a Japanese ghost story scholar. My rating for The Ghost of Kasane Swamp, I kind of went back and forth between 3 and 3.5. We'll be generous, give it 3.5 pots of water out of 5. Pots of water because a pot of water plays an important part in one particular scene. So what's in this box set, Daiei Gothic Volume 2? It is from Radiance. It is region A and B. The picture quality was very good. I have no complaints there. It comes with an 80-page booklet, perfect bound booklet. Looks like this. And it has essays about each of the films, and then a couple of old Japanese ghost stories in the back. It does have reversible artwork on all 3 films. So here's The Demon of Mount O, and there's the back of it here. This is The Haunted Castle, and there's the back. And this is Ghost of Kasane Swamp, and there's the back of that one there. So in the final analysis, I think it's nowhere near as good as Volume 1. If you're a big Japanese horror fan, I think you'll probably still enjoy it. If you're more familiar with the legends, which I am not, you might enjoy it also. But before we go, I just want to say we finally reached 2,000 subscribers. And so I do want to make a toast to all of you for subscribing, especially for you loyal subscribers out there who've been with us since the beginning. I was going to name you, but you know who you are. There's Martin, and there's Michael, and there's Tina, and Jarvis, and Chris, and Sid. You guys all know who you are. I don't want to leave anybody out. But here's the official Kazdoy Closet shot glass. So a toast to you for thanking you for letting us get to 2,000 subscribers. It's pretty early here, so I'm not going to finish it. Feel free to leave a comment or a suggestion down below. Down below, that is. Leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Subscribe would be great. Share this with your friends and neighbors. Subscribing is free. Also free is we are on Letterboxd under the Kazdoy Closet. So you can check out what else we're watching. There's a link in the notes down below. Take you right there. And people have been asking me, are you going to monetize your channel? And I don't think I'm going to, because I could have when I reached 1,000. And the reason I'm not going to is people ask you for money all the time. And I don't want to do that. I don't ask for Patreon. if you see old episodes of my channel and there's commercials, I have nothing to do with that. I don't get any money from that. YouTube does that. You know, they got to make money too, and they're allowing me to do this, so more power to them. But I have no involvement in that whatsoever. None of this is provided to me. So I'm just trying to keep it pure, really, and just share all this stuff with you, and hopefully it's a service to you, and just to share it with you. The only thing I do ask for money for is if you are interested in my ebook, which I'm not going to get rich off of. Some people have said you should charge $10 for that. It's $1.99. It is True Tales from the Teacher Trenches, and it's available for it's up the ups and downs from 32 years of teaching, and it's available for your Kindle. If you don't have a Kindle, you can use a free Kindle app on any device of your choice. And it is also included in your Kindle Unlimited subscription if you have one of those. Otherwise, you'd have to go to Amazon.com. And like I said, $1.99. I just want to share that with people also. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for helping us get to 2,000 subscribers. Hope you like this episode. See you next time.